Nope, gonna be Talia actually for BDD, so going back to an old favorite. BDD just wants to have agency in mid, and the Talia is gonna give him that. And if it's if it was gonna be potentially into the Scion, which we didn't expect, but Talia definitely gonna be feeling very good about that one. Feels pretty good into Gragas, just gonna be looking for seismic shoves and some harass in the laning phase. And with Lee Sin as the enemy jungle pick here, as long as Cuz hovers around bottom side here, because top is just gonna be a wash.
We'll see if they can make it to the mid-game, Wolf. That has been difficult for a lot of teams nowadays, but either way, the Rift is ready. Let's hop onto it.
Not this meta.
Not in this meta. Speaking of which, we are flashing. Level 1. Gonna get the flash out of Henna.
Yeah.
Still has cleanse, but you're not gonna be able to get this initial push.
Yeah, that's really huge. And Lahen's, with Hex Flash here, doesn't care. And yes, of course, Valdez and I know about the silence on Cassidy, just want to put it out there, but it's not the kind of CC we're talking about.
Does that offer you CC score in challengers? What do you think?
A lot, apparently. This is kind of a fishing minigame looking for shoves. BDD.
Yeah, it's going to be a respect flash. That does come out from BDD. Probably a good idea. I mean, could have taken a large chunk of damage as that cannon gets it.
Get a plate for Cassante here because Morgan is missing top, and he is going to come back up here. So Drake for Drake, and by the way, not Hex or not Chemtech.
Trying to fight here. This is a 2v3 in favor of Bro right now. So Lahen's going to flash, but he still dies. As here comes the rest of KT, but Lumpty just easily flashes away, and first blood is given to Bria.
That was on the next objective, and as I was kind of trying to. Oh, hold on.
Cuz has got to get in front of this, and he will flash away, but they have so much CC. Do they have the damage is really the question. The denting blows will do a number into that tanky Scion as down he goes. Cuz will collect the kill on the top side.
It's already got a pretty big CS lead, Keen does. Is aiming, where are you going?
Well, just gonna charm them both as the flash out, and is the damage there for the Aphelios? It will be to take down effort as Kick comes in, and I'm trying to trade here, but the Crescendum is so much damage, but not enough compared to the Feathers. So, never mind.
Yeah, that was
we
great.
do have it for BDD. He got it in his runes, actually.
This Drake setup here, you need to have a good Weaver's Wall or a good pick.
Okay, they're going on to Morgan. The Leandri's damage really ticking away as Morgan tries to ult out of this one, but between the two tanks, we do see that Keen is a lot more tanky, and nobody is there to support poor Morgan. As will he just go down for free is the real question. Well, he will survive, but they're going to have to give this Drake away now.
They have to give the Drake away. They can try to keep this turret alive, but even that seems a difficult task. It looks like they will just barely be able to do it, but man, KT, when he got caught, the cask follow-up is very late and is not in position to look for a blade call or anything like this. Effort, you need to be 100% ready to ult in and look for a big turn or a knock-up onto those carries, because that's what Scion offers you. Okay. So we're just going to fight all the time. We're just going to force a Baron here at 21 minutes.
Just do Baron. Sure.
I mean, Keen has teleport here, and this is a very greedy call. They can try to hold this choke point with Cask.
Their turn is fantastic with the Rakan and the Gragas and the Scion, so...
Gotta pull the trigger, KT.
Not half bad. This teleport is in the pit, so they're gonna say, you're not allowed to get in here, and now they want to force a fight with this teleport that they had to use to get on in here. The box is down, may keep Lahen safe, but no, it won't, as in they go. Here's the engage, they get onto the backline, but BDD will survive. Vi in the backline here onto Henna as well. Finally goes for the Featherstorm, and Henna will survive for now, but Keen is such a menace, and they cannot get rid of the Cassante at all, as Keen essentially does the meat of the damage in the backline there. 3 members of Brion will pay the price.
So Brion, we're not willing to force the fight, and we'll probably jump into that first. The fight that we saw just moments ago on the Drake, as they are going to come over here and maybe contest, but this would be very unwise.
He could probably kill the both of them right now. He's got 2 items.
Backing away for sure, as Umpty there. Straight up, they go to Baron here, and the punish here from KT isn't even that clean. The Weaver's Wall here only pushes Hen out. He's not a viable target here. The rest of KT are like, should we turn back on the Baron and hold it? Should we actually re-engage? Lahens gets collapsed on and killed. And then Effort engages while Cuz is on top of Hen. And it's so important that Cuz is actually in here on top of this AD carry, because otherwise the follow-up damage is too great. But this buys enough space for Keen to actually close the distance while Henna can't punish him. He takes out the double, and aiming is just free farming here in the backline. That was what was a rocky start in that team fight for KT. You know, the execution of this draft for KT has been very clean when it comes to the critical objectives that matter most. We've seen few hiccups, right? Like some errors in the early game and some macro decisions we didn't necessarily love, but they're playing not to lose, and when all you got to do is win these 3 and hope for the best. Maybe you get top 2 is Cuz.
Morgan, look at he's just falling apart like a piece of paper now.
Yeah,
like
he's basically 100-0 here. He's got to get out of there.
Yeah, denting blows. You got a Lord Dominic's. BDD wasn't even there.
Here comes BDD now.
Yeah, and everybody's just trying to get away from them as Karis, somebody's got a tank, right? It is going to be Karis on the front line, but very nicely timed one as they try to go for the engage now, but Henna's just running away from Keen. They don't have their damage in position to follow up at all.
Keen is insane
side of that one.
This game. He is just doing so much.
Yeah.
And it
is the team fight right now.
Because, like, I was joking earlier about how much damage he's done to Morgan, but he's done tons of damage to Henna in particular in so many of these skirmishes and so many of these fights. The Xayah has Flash Cleanse, and Featherstorm is trying to get away from him, and she's just struggling. She's struggling, and KT looking to try to end this game right now.
Well, we're clearing out the waves. They're trying, but you are just going to get shredded down as even the fruit onto poor Henna, just to add insult to injury. As Zombie Scion also getting a little taste, but yeah, KT up about 11,000 gold. It was one team fight, one Baron push into a couple more, and that was all it took. The Nexus will go down. KT will win the game before 30 minutes. As it didn't really look like that was going to happen, Wolf, when we first loaded into the first 10 minutes of this game.
And 2 critical fights, and the game is over.
And aiming just the second he got that item and they had those last couple of team fights, like we saw him at 14K, he ended the game with 26K, right? So he got 12K after
Lulu
that.
come through. Oh,
wait, what?
All right. Where's the setup CC for the Blitzcrank? Last time they had the Annie. They did not have it this time. In this draft, I think it would actually work out. You know, any sort of champion that has a little bit of CC and big burst. But he's going to take the Gangplank. He's just going the big damage here.
As pure scaling for days, for weeks here on the side of KT. We'll see if they get there as we hop in the rip for game number 2.
Same skin for Lehens. Atlas said it made him feel terrified last time. I was on the desk and I was like, the skin makes me feel a little bit weird too. Is this going to be Glacial Augment and Hex Flash? Obviously, it's the way to go for Blitzcrank.
There you go. Wow, actually confirms as here we go. Engage, flash on in as Hook comes after, and that's all you need. Cannon Barrage over the top.
No flash expended here, at least. It's okay, hold on.
All right, Morgan gets a full combo and gets Keen low. And now Umpty's here with double buff. Could get a little bit exciting down in the top lane. That didn't make any sense, but here he is as Keen tries to fight for his life, but will not be able to, actually. So KT are getting a bit aggressive. The two of them here as a really nice body slam catches both of them. Lehens not in a great spot here as he does not have flash after the last fight, and Huz likely going to go down as well. A double kill into the hands of Umpty now. As effort behind enemy lines, BDD and aiming the 2 carries, looking to corral the rest of Bro. Yeah, look at this. They're looking to bully Keen. Not a bad idea as he's got Cannon Barrage this time. Flash is out of range of Umpty. He'll survive for now. Yeah, they re-engage onto this one.
BDD has TP, he's backing right now.
TP comes in, Keen in a lot of trouble. Keen goes down, TP still used. They're gonna blow up effort in the bottom lane though as a massive ult comes out from Henna, but it's not quite enough damage to trade it back. Here for Bro, it is massive, their lead, as Umpty going to get caught out in the enemy jungle, gets a nice kick, but there is no chance to get away as even Effort is trying to save him and he's gonna get caught out as well.
One of these moments needs to be better, right? And Karis has Cask.
Effort does have flash this time. He will elect to use it as Cannon Barrage comes down, but the damage is there as Keen is going to pick up the kill, and now Karis is being hounded down by the Viego.
Caught or punished, so who cares? Oh, again.
You're on vision. He did get the hook. He can hop walls if he needs to. Meanwhile, the team, they get in and check, and the hook is in. That's all they wanted as they catch Effort again. As no, he's going to have a Thresh on his team. That's not fair. You can't have 2 guys that can hook. But
I mean, this was your playoffs down the drain.
Oh God, here we go again as Flash is late from Henna, and yes, he will skirt away a little bit, but not in time as he does no damage on the play, and KT do a great job. They deny vision, they get the picks that they're looking for.
He does have Emperor's Divide and Teleport here.
Lehens is behind enemy lines. It's going to be spotted. They catch Umpty here. The knockup comes in. Everfrost as well. That build's just so hilarious at times.
He's about to get his Narbar here. He has to be so decisive with how he uses this. There's a lot of tools used here for the side of KT Rolster. This is a winnable fight for Breon.
But they're getting collapsed on from every single angle. But they go in on Keen. They're going to catch him as Keen flashes in, but he goes down. But so did Henna as they just wrap around. And Pro, they did the best they could.
And look at this collapse onto Keen. Aiming isn't here, Cuz isn't here, Lehens is on the other side. It's the right call. But Keen barrages here, and look at where the barrage is. He's like, no, Lehens has got me.
Yeah.
He's actually going to come and get the carry.
And they certainly did, and these hooks just keep on hitting, as when you've got Everfrost as well, you are just looking for the angle. He's staying hidden for now. As meanwhile, the flash forward and Lehens gets the hook on the Henna. You've got to be kidding me. As down he goes. Cuz on the follow-up, and that's going to do it. They smack him down with their hooks and their wallets as Zeri won't even die. Aiming's going to hold on to his perfect KDA.
An unbelievable hook, a flash hook onto the Aphelios in the black line. The one champion who can't get caught, the one person who can't die here is the one Lehens has chosen. And that's it, the Claw has spoken. Lehens is gonna knock Breon out of playoff contention here in week 8.
That's it, the Nexus goes down. KT also collect a 2-0 for themselves. And
Henna just shut down all game, unfortunately. Just under half of Aiming's damage.
Yeah.
On them on lockdown and burst. But Syndra has just not been that good.
Speaking of not being that good.
Well, also, yes. The Victor gonna come through here is going to solve some of the range issues that Brian...
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, it's, can Akali, Zeri, and Lulu all escape their 0-10 loss streak, as well as Bros?
Well,
loss streak.
I'm gonna say no. I didn't love the Victor.
Do we love this less or more on this Breon side? They do have scaling in their favor. See whether that's going to be enough as we hop onto the Rift for game 1.
But for Breon, I find it hard to imagine as Kana going in aggressively here.
Yeah, Shock Blast is going to miss as Umpty's going to come forward. They should be able to grab this first blood, and Morgan is going to pick it up.
Deft hasn't backed there yet as we're going back to this topside play, and as mentioned, I'm 99% sure Kana knows at this point that he is already dead. If he hits that Q, he probably trades 1 for 1. Takes down Morgan, but good sidestep from Morgan. Kana
spotted on that ward, like shifts in the night. Our junglers do go past one another as Deft could be caught out of position here. Moves back towards Canyon, who's vault breakering forward. Got a fight in the mid lane as well, actually, as Showmaker. He has to flash to get himself out of the way, and now Karis, he can rotate over. The flash comes through here as Deft stands his ground. Henna trying to do the damage, and he will be able to take down the Lucian. A double bubble. What does it mean? It means a dead Vi in the river, and Bro have found it.
And if Deft takes a more defensive pathing, maybe flashes over the wall, I think they could survive, but maybe a miscommunication in mid as well, because if Showmaker is
that flank angle,
that's a big ultimate gone.
Yeah. They're going to pull that one out of the way as now Morgan just dashing around here. They managed to find the Q onto Deft, and he immediately explodes. Bro continuing to just win out on all of these skirmishes, and that is going to be Soul Point, Chronicler. Do you believe yet?
Well, they might very well get the Soul Point here, Atlas. They do need to see... Kane doesn't even have Flash. Oh, I love this pull out. Making sure that it's as hard as possible to steal.
Yeah.
If D+ gets a dragon, who cares?
Oh dear. Showmaker in trouble. He doesn't have a stopwatch as the Shuriken backflip doesn't land, but it doesn't need to as Umpty, he's tanking the turret and not going to fall down. Calculated
Making sure
everyone.
you get the biggest possible spike. Because if they lose this, the game is pretty much over. Showmaker very far forward here.
Yeah, Canyon is going to dive on top of Effort as Tidal Wave is going to mean that the Lulu is just dead. And DK understand. They make it a 4v5. They should be able to guarantee themselves this Drake. Bro, they don't have to fight for this, though.
That's the luxury. They can give this up. They can make sure that the next setup is better. They don't
Does
need to
Bro
go in
ever
here.
give up? Do they ever give up? Do they ever surrender as Morgan is looking to try and lock Showmaker down? The scat of the week is just beautiful. And Karis, he's trying to get the heck out of this one now. Henna's going to be taken out. Deft survives this time. Vision all available. Showmaker and Deft now possibly in an awkward position is now Morgan. They're looking to collapse as Karis misses the backflip and Deft gets himself into safety here off to the side, but this Drake is down very, very low as now Karis getting dove on by Canyon here. The bubble goes wide, but Canyon just puts down the Akali. Morgan going to be taken out as well as now Henna. Can he find it? Is this the Zeri angle? As Kellen has to get out, Deft is going to die as well, and Henna is just too big, and now they've got an Infernal Soul on top of everything. Pro's going to win this game.
Is not able to get that much damage on. Morgan tanks so much, and then Showmaker, he's used all his cooldowns. What's he gonna do here? Henna, still full health, still with the backup of his Lulu. On matchstick. As Lord dumped off.
Oh god, if at first you don't succeed, and they are going to ult him up this time around, can he actually go all out as Deft? Just keeping him at arm's length, and that is going to be the culling just to make sure that he goes down. Oh no, bro. Look at how quickly this is going down. As Canyon, it might actually be a 50-50 as that's a huge knock-up onto Canyon. He is going to have to press his ultimate button as Umpty is going to go down very, very low, but now Karis getting massive in this fight. Henna still at full health, but he hasn't been able to auto-attack as the gameplay button is going to be pressed. Canna makes his way out. Getting that massive, it's like the biggest knock-up
Well,
I've
yeah,
ever seen.
Baron is nobility, as is Breon.
Yep. Speaking of which, Morgan just looking to stand in front of DK here. We've seen this moment. They're going to go for it once again. Canyon this time very far away from this pit, and it looks like they're going to have to give this one up. They do have vision. Oh no, don't tell me. Okay, he's not going to be able to make it in. Level 16's picked up for both Henna and Umpty in that moment. They have. This is Exodia here for Bro. So hard to lose if they do manage to lock this one down.
They have to turn though, they can't risk the flip.
They cannot. As Morgan down to 50%. Here's the culling from Deft, tagged by the Q from Umpty, but Umpty isn't going to go in on it. Down to 4K. Oh man, is the flip actually going to happen? They're holding its health bar as Tidal Wave is going to be used. Effort down extraordinarily low, and Bro, can you do it? Can they lock this one down as now DK's going to hold on to it? Morgan down so incredibly low as Henna. It's going to hold the flash out from Canyon, and Deft is executed on the back line. The Elder's getting into the Bro are just winning the fight. They don't care about Elder. They don't care about Exodia. All they care about is winning this game, and they will be able to do it. The dragon comes down from the heavens and smites the Nami away. That is the ace. And if you lost faith in Bro, lose your faith no longer. LCK faithful, they will take game number 1 against DK.
And this means no matter what, D+ is going to lose the lead that they had in game score. This is going to put them closer.
At least until Kwangdong managed to take down Genji in our second series. Look at the Bro leave here in Lowell Park. Bro immediately.
They were playing aggressively, and it is Morgan zoning, Henna's team fighting, Chorus, who might even end up picking up PG just because he found Deft there. Like, him 100-0ing Deft there meant that there was no shot. There was no chance for D+ to get in on that final fight. As D+ that it gets, I think a way better angle than the Syndra that we saw previously, able to poke together with the Jace, while still having a mixed damage profile. Soul AP here as well for Showmaker, which allows the LeBlanc to do a lot more. Still tough to play into champions like the Lulu, I do think. You do need to respect.
All right.
Boy.
That is the Lord Zorelia.
That's volatile.
That is.
Okay, so on one hand, I love the gusto from Breon. On the other hand, this basically forces Umpty to play towards topside. Because if you don't play towards topside, and Canyon gets a stray gank in and Morgan falls behind, this pick does nothing, right? Like, it's extremely good in the 1v1, obviously, but this also means that this should be, in theory, free reign for Deft and Kellen on the bottom half of the map. Because if they have good control
to navigate themselves towards a mid-game without too much of a deficit. Very excited to see what's going to happen here, Chronicle. Let's hop into game number 2. So, yes, pretty good start. But it started like this last time, as Warrior Trickster going to be available for Canyon as Karis moves on over. Canyon trying to get out, does manage to flash as Showmaker's diving on forward, finds the chain. Umpty one more auto and he's going to go down. The Q is going to miss as well as Karis. Can he trade one back? First blood going to Showmaker is so huge, but if Karis gets a kill here, Henna lit on fire, Ebb and Flow pretty good, as now Karis wants to find Canyon. Can Canyon find this? He's down so incredibly low. Showmaker moving on forward. The chains will land, and I don't know whether it's worth it as Showmaker picks up the kill, but...
Look at this. Uses him to taxi so he can smite the cannon.
Yep, so he can get level 6 and then manage to find the kill.
Still ends up going down, isn't able to sidestep. Round 2.
Yeah. And now Canna looking to push away Morgan. Vanguard's edge comes in. There's the flash, but the flash immediately used by Canna. Still, it does not matter.
Oh, and an effort. You are going to get dove.
Oh dear. Tidal Wave is going to come forward as Canyon's in there. Finds the Cyclone as Henna gets the ult off. Can they actually make this? Well, no, they cannot. As Effort is on a merry jaunt through Summoner's Rift towards his demise, and that is the turret finishing him off. 3,000 gold, though, is the lead. DK managing to snowball this one much better as Polymorph comes in, and Canyon is just going to get 100 to 0'd. He looked like a ragdoll.
He was. And gets taken down. Very nicely C-chain there. Jordan did not. And now...
All right, Death is going to throw Culling at Henna. He doesn't tank it too well, but it looks like this turret should still fall down. Another wave going to come through. The ultimate here from Henna, as Umpty's still alive somehow, but they have to give up the Drake. And don't worry, guys, no one died.
Well, not yet.
Yep, no one died yet. Cut the video. Cut the video. Cut the video. As Canyon dives forward. Morgan, can he be the hero is the question. As Showmaker dives into the backline, but Effort will survive for the moment.
Don't
worry, no
one
behind
enemy lines.
Oh, can he do it? I mean, they don't really have too many. Oh, the Empress Divide is gigantic. And they wipe them out. It's 2 for 2, though, so far is the flawless duet coming through. Showmaker is still alive, guys. And Bro walking the wrong direction. So Morgan is likely going to be taken down by the turret. Never mind. This is still going. We're still going. Still going. Umpty's still running as it's the execute for Morgan. No one kills Morgan, everyone. As that is the ace. And DK, they get the Drake. They managed to get the ace in the end, but
there's
Umpty is going to turn up. He's on vision. Canna going to move towards his team. Mini stun into the wall there as he flashes out. Hannah dives back forward. And Morgan, can he do it? The answer's no. That's a double. DK will be able to thwart them.
With the extra tankiness.
Is the Aurelia going to get 100 to 0? Flawless Duet does come through as there's a distortion. Great Wild Growth to come through, but he just pops back again, and that is the culling. It looks like it's on cooldown and available at the same time, which is kind of true, I guess. As Effort just pops. Bye-bye.
Bye, Effort.
Bye, Effort.
Yeah, so, again, I want to pay attention to how
Showmaker is just running this rift, isn't he? Oh my goodness. That was like thought of so much time in advance. And Henna might be able to do something heroic. Karis does have Emperor's Divide, but oh god, Morgan doesn't have his life! Showmaker is just popping anyone! Yeah, he gets eye contact with as Henna is going to ult. Can he actually find the fight is the question as in dives Canyon. They look for the backline, does Karis? It's not going to work out. And there they go, there is the ace. And DK get their revenge after a difficult game 1. We are going to be going to that decider, that game number 3, and we'll see whether Bro can do it again. As Umpty, he spawns, he dies. The present is being put up into the sky here by Kellen. The Nexus will fall, and DK will tie up the series. Showmaker is going to do the most, as we expected, but Deft very close behind. And as we can see, bit of a ramp here as far as the gold. No real issues.
Clean game by D+. Good individual play.
Ooh, he's got a giggle on his face.
Yeah,
it's
Moonstone Ezreal, of course. Oh, no, that's way better. Oh, yes, please.
God, this is...
Lissandra Lee.
Lissandra would be a lot of fun, but Talia is going to come in, and of course, Talia really also kind of ruins the day of everyone.
Yeah, no, Talia's really good. I love the Lissandra.
Yeah.
And I think the Lissandra has the added benefit of playing extremely well with the Draven for obvious reasons. The benefit of the Talia is that I do think Showmaker is one of our best Talias. And Brion have a short-range dive comp with, you know, Henna is the only one that kind of wants to hang back, peel back, and then go for big Feather Storms or Blade Callers. But
Weathering the Storm is going to be aim of the game here for Bro, and we'll see whether they can as we hop onto the rift here, guys, for game number 3. Something that we see all the time. As Canyon's just walking towards him. They do manage to get the knock up, and is Morgan just going to die? Yeah, he is.
He had flash.
That was a very, try and get out of there. He does. As Canna is getting chased underneath the turret. Nice little knock up there as Morgan gets into turret range. Oh no! Oh, he's going to survive for now. But that was dicey. Canna.
That was Q.
Yeah, just wandering through. And the flash has to be used. Well, it's just some top lane stuff happening, I guess, guys. Nothing to see.
Kana, it looks so good, man. He did such a good job.
Gentleman's agreement. If you flash, I will flash, sir. Is what he's saying.
Take the win.
Oh no. Well, now Morgan is just going to slice. He's going to dice. Soul Furnace does come through there, but it looks like Morgan's going to get the solo kill revenge. What a weird turn of events on that top side of the map.
Use the power, the 6 spikes of really anyone in their team, but most notably the Renekton. There is an angle here for Brionne to take control of this game early, and I think they need to.
Oh dear. The Rift Herald did not decide to charge. She's getting very confused as, they just turn it into a catch! And the charm is going to connect there as well. The kick does go off, so they go 1 for 1. And now the hostile take over the handshake. Kellen is just running the map right now. Whirling Death gets the cash in, and it looked so good!
와 망했죠. 달리야 답없죠.
Yeah, that might
that's it.
just be
That's okay.
Yeah, I really try to. It's
I would add
both Showmaker and Deft are fed. You're a melee comp into Renata and Talia.
Your Nexus is still alive. Henna is not likely to be the same. As Showmaker just gets over the wall, Henna does have to heal. Charm is going to miss. And the Whirling Death once again from downtown! So good on the Renata, and then he's given that opportunity, and instantly, he's playing so beautifully.
Game 1, but a distant memory here for the Believers.
Yeah. They can just kind of do whatever they want, as Umpty is going to be spotted, knocked up, kicked over the wall, queued, and is going to bust his way out with his cease and desist, but Kellen catches him and says no. Sorry, my friend. And hands off keyboard there from Umpty.
I don't think you're ever, if you kill him, you invest so much. This is a great opportunity for a catch, though.
Oh, there we go. Vault Breaker comes on in. Let's see whether Showmaker needs to break his stopwatch. He doesn't actually do it because he knew that he was dead. So Henna taking half his health after Whirling Death. Prevents the back at 37 seconds to stop.
He can't finish Quick Blades.
That's a disaster. Flash forward from Canna. Okay, going to be interrupted. Seismic Shove doesn't really find it there. As Umpty off to the side. Him and Morgan now grouping up. Can they lock down Canna? He's got such a large health bar. And look at Showmaker just standing beside him. And in goes Kellen. Finds the hostile takeover. Umpty and Morgan just battling against one another as Deft will finally turn up. And Showmaker's just going to scoot towards Henna. He's now completely singled out as into the backline they go. Kellen tries to find some of these bailouts, but they do manage to lock down Deft. That's a huge one. Morgan is massive in this fight, but the Ari is going to be taken out. It's now Showmaker or bust for DK, and he is going to be enough here.
Oh, man, I'm Kellen's Renata, man. The buffered R into Flash to make sure that there is very little counterplay available, and then nice turn here. Everyone goes on top of Deft. Deft isn't able to actually use a stopwatch until he is already down, but with Showmaker still alive and Canyon being there,
yeah,
try and win the fight.
As Canna just standing in that front line. Morgan trying to get in there, but there's double smite. It's not a flip because the unsealed spellbook is going to be inside that pit. The kickback onto Effort, but he does survive. Henna trying to get some work done here as Umpty dives into the backline, trying to be the hero, but it does not work. He just walks over so many rocks. Henna is free hitting though as the Crocodile takes down the Scion, but there's the cash in for Deft. Not exactly the most massive one as Showmaker. Okay, he gets charmed. It's going to flash. He's fine. Absolutely fine. As Deft now running towards them. Henna, oh my god, that axe did so much damage. He gets into the pit. That's another kill for the Draven. And the Q is going to connect. Karis goes down. And D+, they grab themselves an ace. And we'll see what they do with it. As the Baron's already been taken, I think they'll just push some turrets.
Here you see the problem. They have to try and all in on Deft, but there is too much front line. Oh no, Kana died.
Yeah.
Oh no, the tank. Sad. Showmaker is clearly having a good time as he goes in and barely stays alive. Just make sure that Henna and the rest of the team are funneled towards the top half of the map.
With the charm connected, so A little bit of Q play there is all right. They're going to try and jump onto Canyon here as Gordringer does a lot of work. Safeguard gets him out. He doesn't have flash, guys, and he looks like he's just having a good time.
No!
Does he survive? No, he does not. Okay. Is it effort? Is he going to be
Someone
the
needs to walk
unlucky
in.
target? Oh dear, there's the shove, thrown through the rocks. And effort just, I think he would have just been walking and then noticed that his screen turned gray.
What can you do? You need to. Someone needs to walk.
Yeah.
You need to try and check. You can't give over Elder, but you can't really win this either.
Umpty and Canna are fighting as there it is. They try for it, but there's a beautiful ulti that is going to come through from Kellen to say absolutely not. They tried, it was heroic, but it did not work out as now Morgan running for the hills, trying to get himself back towards the base. Whirling Death avoided there by Karis just narrowly, and it looks like DK won't even need an Elder. They are just looking to win the game right here at about 30 minutes in. Deft feeling very happy walking towards 2 turrets, and he can definitely do that because he's mega fed. Umpty going to dive on top of him here as Showmaker puts up a wall, and Deft is going to be able to kite out the vibe. This game is well and truly over, but bro, hold your heads high. You're able to take game number 1. Didn't quite work in games 2 or 3, but you can do something like blaming the draft for that, and it was still a great performance from this squad that we didn't have very many expectations for. In the end, DK were too good, but bro gave us an entertaining series.
And most importantly, Brion look way better than has been immaculate. I'm saying Revival not because they were not good in Round Robin 1, but they were not even close to this good.
Yeah.
And this is what we expect from a team with these caliber of players.